Hi everyone, I'm Derek Smith, and welcome to your Career Connections Moment. Welcome to the 7th part of the different types of interviews you could be facing when you meet with an employer. Let me tell you a bit of a story about how I had this certain type of interview. So I had an interview with an employee of a small organization during lunchtime, and what they did is when we went into the office, we went up to the second floor, which was more of a lounge. It had a couch and a kitchen. We sat on the couch, and one of the employers, there were two of them, went over to the kitchen and said, "Derek, do you like ham and cheese?" And I said, "Sure." So he went ahead and made a sandwich for me and made one for himself and for the other owner, and we all sat down. They looked at my resume, put it to the side, and for 45 minutes we talked about life. And that was it. Just life. Another time when I was having an interview with a small company, we were sitting during the interview process and the employer looked at me right in the middle of the interview and said, "Derek, leave your stuff, stand up, let's go for a walk." So we did that right in the middle of the interview. Went outside, walked around the office block, and just talked about life. What kind of interview is this? And how can you get it where you can score a free lunch? Welcome to the informal interview. This could also be known as the casual interview. And it's a fairly rare interview. I'll be surprised if you've ever had one, but you should know about it because it is growing in popularity. Now, this type of interview you don't see a lot with the larger organizations. They tend to like the formal interviews, although the dinner interview might happen if they're doing a final interview, if it's a multiple interview process. But your smaller companies, they tend to like this. Why is that? Well, you see, in a larger company, the person sitting beside you, you might not even know their name. You could sit beside them for literally years and not even get to know them. But it's not that within smaller companies. In smaller companies, you know everybody fairly well. You work very closely with each other. And employers want to make sure that they're hiring people that they will get along with, that fit well with their team. So what they do is create more of a relaxed, informal atmosphere to get to know the real you. Now, food can often be involved. Why is that? Well, food is social. When I go out to eat, I first of all go out because I do like food, but I like being sociable with my friends and my family. So the employer creates a sociable atmosphere to get to know the real you. Well, how can you succeed at this type of interview? Well, first and foremost, remember, you are being interviewed. Just because the employer creates a relaxed, nice atmosphere, this is not the time to put your feet up and complain about your bad back, or how your car's acting up, or if your sister or neighbor does that just one more time. Remember, you are being interviewed, so remain focused on that. When it comes to food, I recommend what I call friendly food, which means no baby back ribs and no spaghetti. I don't know what it is about spaghetti sauce, but spaghetti sauce and white shirts are really attracted to each other. So remain with food that's easy to handle. When it comes to drinks, stick with water, and water only. You want to find out more about interviews? See what your next steps are for your career? Make sure you're in the right one, or how to find the next one. Why not come and take a look at To Be Determined? Because the future is still to be determined, so be determined. Until next time.